What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Jay Brown coming to you from the New Legacy Group LLC, and this is going to be a five-part series called The Blessing and the Lesson. And I'm going to start off with the root. Um, and this is a very important piece to the message. Um, like I said, as y'all know, I've been going through some ups and downs and changes and turnarounds, but I also had to, find out about myself and understand, since the root of a lot of things, the root of where I come from, the root of, some of the issues or some of the problems, and the root of where my natural knowledge comes from. But when we talk about the root, I want you to understand this. You got to look at it like a tree. The root, the base, the start, the beginning. What Where did it start from? We understand that when trees are planted, they are planted with seed, or they're planted in the ground, and they have to be nurtured. They have to have water. They have to be, tended to. And as a child, our root comes from our parents. The parents, it takes two. And sometimes we have to understand some of our resentment comes for not having some of those things that others may. Especially as a kid, we don't understand. That's why children are more forgiven by God, because they don't know, they don't understand. But when they start to grow and understand that people have different upbringings and different cultures, they start to be upset because they don't have, or they're teased about, they're picked at about, or they don't have understanding about what daddy is or who daddy is, or they have. But we say, without, I'm gonna talk about myself, having grown up knowing one man as your father, as your daddy. This is who your daddy is. And you believe that all your life, because it's your mama telling you the truth, telling you this is your daddy. But as you get older, you're like, wait a minute, okay, well, that's daddy. But then you find out, wait a minute, so and so is your daddy. After all these years, this belief, this understanding I've had, it tears you apart. It hurts you. You don't, you play it off like you don't realize, or you don't pay no attention. But you realize all these years that you've been lied to or misrepresented, misled. Not because it was intentional. This is the man that stood up and became there, was there for you. But now, not knowing some of the maybe your health issues, or maybe some of the things that go on in your background, you don't share that same understanding. Those certain pieces of information may be vital to your life. So when I found out, like I said again, I was about 16 years old in high school, in 10th grade, and I was president of the class. I was a very good student. But when I found it out through the DNA test, I started to act out because I was hurt. I didn't understand. I couldn't act out on Mama because she would have killed me. But I was mad because I couldn't get mad at Mama. I couldn't talk to Mama about, oh, Mom, why did you tell me this? So now I took it out on my peers and started to get smart with the administrators. And Miss Torres was my 10th grade principal. She was, a Hispanic woman. She always had my back. But when I got smart with her, she said, oh, no, something ain't right. And we tried to get to the root of it at that moment. And after about a half hour, oh, Mama Beverly said, I know what it is. And I looked her in the eye, and when she said, you still mad about? And I'm talking about, as soon as she said it, I was my bald and finally let it out. And you hurt because that wasn't your daddy. Now you got to go and learn a whole new person. Now you can't look at that man the same way, or you can't look at that family the same way because it's just you not understanding how to deal with it at that moment. So the root cause of my anger came from me being lied to all those years and not dealing with the lie. So understanding that we got to find out the root of what causes, like I said, the reason why I could pinpoint anger for myself, because that was one of the hardest things I had to deal with. Because now all the hurt, the anger that I built up, like I said, I'm very strong now, but back then when I was getting bullied on, you people spitting on you, and you really can't do too much because you're not in the clique with them. Because if you gotta fight one of them, they all gonna jump on you, and that ain't what you wanna do. I ain't to be spit on and have your head smacked every day. Mama, she ain't know how to fade, so she had a chili bowl, and it's bad back there. And my head got one of them hooks on the back. So the head get extra, they get stuck right there. Being picked on because you're wearing second-hand clothes. Being picked on because your name is different from everybody's. Having to fight every day to prove yourself. And not having no one to understand. This is what I have to go through every day, and now they want to make you feel like you a troublemaker, or would you listen to me? Because as a child, you always tell these kids, shut up, be quiet, listen. Now you get to that point where you get tired of talking, you get tired of, you stop speaking up for yourself, you start letting people just, but now when you get older and your spiritual understanding, helps you understand how to engage your mental understanding. You get physically stronger, mentally stronger, and spiritually stronger, all over time. Sometimes it comes earlier in life, sometimes it comes later. I would have to say at 35 years old, and I'm stronger now at 38. To say, hold on, you ain't fitting. I wish you would put your hands on me. My name is Jazz Man. Mama, you better not put your hands near my head with that clipper. Mother, I don't like what you did, but making sure I said it in the right way, in the right tone, because I don't want that anger no more. See, again, the root of anger is when you get angry, you make decisions that can change the rest of your life. People may be sitting in jail right now because of one moment of anger. Yes, be mad. Be mad, but be mad. You gotta make me mad. Be mad. But being mad helps you say, hold on, let me get away from this situation. Let me think. Let me get some air before I do get angry and have to make a hasty decision. Because when you get mad, like I said, as you walk away, you got time to think. But hold on. In your madness, don't let nobody instigate. Because, there's a lot of drama people like that. A lot of dramas. The only drama I like now is Young and the Restless. Oh, Lord, Nikki. Victor. Nick. I don't want no drama because only drama I want is the acting I do on my commercials. I don't want trouble. I don't want misunderstanding. I don't want miscommunication. I don't want to be angry because when you start seeing red, it's a danger. And it can be danger for yourself more than it is for others. Because like I say again, going to the root of knowing that anger is what's the problem. I had to find out how to control it and how to, because that's what I don't want my freedom taken. And that is the freedom of conditions and the laws, the man-made laws, but it's freedom nonetheless. I can get up in the morning what time I want to. Anybody telling me 5 o'clock, wake up, oh, lights out. You don't want that. I did 5 months. It wasn't, it wasn't prison, a little detention, but in still, if that's what detention is, I would hate to see what prison is. And let me tell you like that, I ain't trying to get you no chance to let you see that. It's just, I done heard the stories and watched the movies, and some people didn't experience it. I don't want to experience that. So let me control my anger. So that is not going to be one part that's going to put me there. So again, understanding the root. People, like I said, counselor. I did chemical dependency. I was a counselor an associate counselor at Matt Talbot. And I had to understand, I'm reading these books and everything, and wait a minute, some of this stuff don't apply to these folks. Okay, we're going to find the root, but you ain't got to keep going to these meetings and talking about the drug, because now that's going to make you think about the drug, and now you're going to want to go do the drug because you're thinking and talking about the drug all day. Okay, let's find out why you use the drug. Okay, we find out why. What can we do to help you get your mind off of it and get you into something productive to keep that away from you? Now, people play some things and say that. That's a good one. I like that. But I'm telling you, you better not send me to no AA meeting. I used to take my clients over to AA meetings. I'll be like, damn, I'm on a drink after this. But then some of them ones that get up there and start leading, wasn't you at the bar with me the other day? I'm not judging you, but don't stand up here and just because you want to, put on the show. Sometimes we are spiritually broken because we're still thinking about some things that happened in the past, and we're physically unable to call out for help. See, AA tells you to confess to a man that's going to, look, Jimmy was over there. He's telling your story to everybody. He's making you a laughing stock, humiliating you, and that's not a feel good. I've seen a lot of these guys. You know what? I'm leaving. That wasn't. Confess your stuff up to God, get your spiritual up with God, and praying and understanding the principles of reading your word and understanding God. Listen, it ain't what you do. Those are the things. It ain't what you do, it's how you do it. Somebody gonna tell me your family has what it is subjected to a line of addiction. Wait a minute. First of all, my name is Jasmine Brown. Don't put no label on me. I'm not a box. I'm not ready to be shipped. I'm not gonna claim that. Because my mind got to be strong, because that don't matter to me. Because wait a minute now. If that matters more to me than having a roof over my head, then guess what? My priorities is messed up, and it's not just that. It ain't, it's something. Let me go get the mental help that I may need. No, maybe not even the mental help. Just those suppressed root causes need to be talked about. And as a counselor, sometimes, who counsels the counselor? Because the counselor has to deal with all the client's problems, his own problems, and then, wait a minute. Nobody want to hear your problem when it's your turn. Who can you vent to? But now, again, when I started reading the Word, I learned about 6 things to make sure that these things, or the things that God put upon this earth, I don't misuse and use in moderation, and the ones that work for me and the ones that don't, and the ones that should stay away from. I had to recognize what caused the problem, or what caused the goodness, or what caused the ugliness. I had to recognize that, Like it's like cooking food. Oh, why my food keep burning? Oh, I had to recognize it, turn the eye on too high. The second part was acceptance. Oh, that's the hard one. People hate to accept some negativity in their life. They can accept some gifts, yes, but when they accept, oh, you know what? That is ugly of me. And to admit that, and you know what? Let me accept it and try to change it. It's whether it's good, bad, or ugly. Right? Once you accept it, okay. Let me have the courage to change it, or courage to get the help, or courage to fight it. But in order for me to have courage and get ready to fight it, I got to make sure my health is right. My mental health, my physical health, oh, and most importantly, my spiritual health. Because if one is off, it's something. See, the mind is controlled by the Father, oh God, teaching. The Son is the body, the physical action. And the Spirit, oh, the Holy Spirit, is the soul. Oh. So making sure that you understand and learn things that's going to benefit you, making sure you're putting yourself physically active and making sure your health is right, and then your spiritual. See, that's the hard one for people. Spiritual. You know, go to church and become religious. Okay, religious if you want to be. But once you become spiritual and stop trying to realign yourself with something, you start to understand, wait a minute, I am the Son of God. Meaning I am a creator as well. God created me in his image, so therefore I'm creating my destiny or my destruction. I create the problems I have, or I create the prosperity because I am a creator. So your health, your spiritual health got to be. So that's why I had to start reading the word for myself, because when I went to church, they always flip back and forth and something the context got mixed up. And when I started reading and understanding how the story of Joseph related to me, and how the story of Moses, of Noah, showed me that God made a mistake as well and was able to show me how to fix the mistake he made. Okay, he had to do a 180 and understand, look here, look, I got to restart this over. So Noah, 2x2 boat, ark, I'm going to let you know when rain comes. Now when the water's gone, now we can start reproducing on the earth and start this over again. So having the courage and the health, because now once you have that health together, you're able to go out there and fight and get that victory. See, once you get the acceptance, it's all uphill from there. Once you get the victory, it's going to the prosperity. Acceptance, recognition, health, courage, and prosperity. Recognition, acceptance, courage, health, victory, prosperity. Those 6 things in one man makes him complete. 6 plus 1 is 7. And that man, if he learns that, he's able to teach it to someone else and it's turned into an 8, which is infinite. So the trouble with it is someone who then read a book by man's hand is going to tell you what he thinks. Some of it is scientifically studied, but some of it is, wait a minute, you don't fit that mold. We only fit you there because it brings money. I watch so many kids when I work for the school board get put on IEP so that the parents can get a check and put them in special programs. And they didn't need no independent educational plan. Meaning they talking about they slow. No, they just got more energy than the rest of the kids. One teacher with 30 kids, you mean tell me Jimmy need a little more attention? He's the only child. And now you got to put him. Now Jimmy's walking around 18 years old. They didn't told me I was slow. Nigga, you ain't, what? For the money. So, the root. Now, once you get those 6 things in order, guess what? You can get over and overcome anything in your life. Again, people, places, and things. If I learned that when I drink, I can have one drink and I'm good when I'm by myself. But when I'm around people, guess what? I'm trying to fit in with that. Come on, give me one more. Now I'm drunk and laid up in the bar and they done left me there. I ain't got. Now I done drank to become drunk. Now when I'm by myself, I done drank to get my little buzz. I don't need. I know my limit. That's good for me. I'm good. I wake up the next morning, I got money in my pocket. My clothes ain't dirty. I ain't laying in no bar. So let me stop hanging with those people. So now when I drink, the people I drink around is people that I can trust and love me enough to say, you know what? We don't need one bottle. I ain't gonna keep on going. You know, you gotta learn how to say no. And that's when, but there, I'm like, there, just say no. No, I don't need that. I don't need that. Lord knows I love my weed, but no, I can't have that. Not by choice. I mean, you know, hey, but you know, the things I'm doing, I got to make sure that I don't. And so I got to be the example. Okay, so saying no, but also changing the people around you. Now, if you don't, ain't no reason for me to drink if people around me don't drink. Like my auntie, she's been delivered. She's been delivered from her drinking. So I want to have a good time with auntie because that's what auntie don't drink. I ain't gonna disrespect her and bring no drink. I ain't gonna go to no places where guess what? That's what they expect. Because when you're in the party business, you're a promoter. You got to make sure you're taking care of your guests, your people that you're bringing out of town, and you might, you know, you the man. But now everybody expects you when you go to the after party. Oh, here come Vic. Because Vic gonna make sure everybody's taken care of, make sure them have a good time. But then at the end of the night when Vic, wait a minute, what happened to? But now you all in the party, but you ain't watching, you ain't observing, you ain't aware. So now you got to step back and look and say, well, you know, when you stop being the life of the party, when you realize Vic ain't worth two dead fly smash if he ain't providing the party. Oh, now you start seeing who behind you, you know, who got your back. So now I know that I gotta have I gotta take care of my front for good. I gotta make sure my front is good because don't nobody have your back like yourself and your front is most important because you know you can take care of what's in front of you. You got to pivot to see what's behind you. But if you're doing, you know, if you're making sure everything's straight, what's behind you is already taken care of. But sometimes in war, you have to make sure you have some generals and some people who believe in you and you believe in them. It's not today's society. It's hard to pick those. It's a little hard. But it ain't hard once you get your spiritual eye open. With your natural eye, you can see, oh, you see the beauty of things on the end, but the natural eye. But when you go through the spiritual eye, you say, oh, wait a minute. You so beautiful, you're ugly on the inside. And that's, oh, you understand what I'm saying? You so beautiful. Your actions, your intentions, your agenda makes you ugly. And that's, you know, like I said, a spiritual thing. Because like I said, I'm like, but why is this person, you know, it's just too, it's because now the spirit has been, spirits are transferred by people that sometimes may not have your best interests. when you hang around people who are always upset, who always hate, who don't want to see, now you turn into that spirit turns right in. Oh, but when you start hanging around people who want to lift you up, I don't care what you crying for, man. What's going on? Talk to me. Hold on, baby, I'm trying to make this money. I'm trying to get. I want to be comfortable. The people I'm bringing that's around me now, they listen here. I see the vision. But one story I always tell when I tell my I want somebody like the secretary of Microsoft. Bill Gates went to this woman when they was just starting. He said, "Ma'am, if you stick with me, yeah, you know, I understand we had some rough times, but if you stick with me, I'm telling you, when we start eating, we gonna eat real good." She was one of the richest secretaries of the Microsoft company because she stayed faithful. She seen the vision. So even though you may not see the manifestation of prosperity in the physical or monetary units, you see it in the now, oh man, productivity. We're making the moves because in business, sometimes in the beginning, you gotta do little things for free. Like, hey, let's just let them see the product and the quality that we got. So when we go out here and start asking for people to pay for our product, they know what they're getting. So that when they see it, the price point matches the quality of service. I can understand why Whole Foods charge for that. Yeah, they got some. Yeah,